Good afternoon, and how about those Chiefs? This is your host, Caleb Orsham, and welcome back to Knights of Chiefs Kingdom. What an amazing game at Arrowhead. This was one of the best comeback wins in Chiefs history. 24-27 was the final score for this incredible football game. I'd say our defense mainly helped win this game, especially when they made a pick six when the game was 17-17, determining this game's fate. The Chiefs fans were holding their breath in the fourth quarter of Thursday night's game against the Chargers at Arrowhead Stadium. That's what happened when a rookie cornerback makes a momentum turning play. The game was tied, but the Chargers had the ball on the Chiefs' 3rd-yard line and appeared ready to take the lead for a touchdown. Instead, the Chiefs did it when a rookie cornerback, Jalen Watson, stepped in front of the Chargers receiver, who was clearly winded, and intercepted the pass from LA quarterback Justin Herbert. Watson returned the 99-yard touchdown for the Chiefs to take a 24-17 lead. The Chiefs said it was the 4th largest interception return for a touchdown in franchise history. The NFL's Next Gen Stats calculated that the Chiefs' win probability improved from 31% to 85% thanks to Watson's touchdown. Kansas City Chiefs came on top of the AFC West battle against the Los Angeles Chargers on the Amazon Prime's debut broadcast on Thursday night. Rookie Jalen Watson had the game-changing interception when he took a 99 yards the other way for a touchdown in the AFC West showdown on Thursday night. It was a divisional showdown between the only two teams to come out of Week 1 with a win in the AFC West. The division was widely considered the best in the league, and these head-to-head matchups are pivotal when it comes to the end of the year and playoff positioning. Third-year Justin Herbert came into Arrowhead Stadium 2-0 with 7 touchdowns and no interceptions in his only 2 games in Kansas City, but this is his first pick six, ending up the leading for his first loss in the Chiefs Stadium. Herbert got off to a great start, starting as Mike Williams was catching everything that was thrown to him. Williams would be the wide receiver the Chargers needed to step up after Clean Allen was ruled out on Thursday's game with a hamstring injury. The Chiefs overcame slow first half. The Chargers got first points of the night and Dustin Hopkins' field goal on their opening possession of the game. The Chiefs' offense looked a bit flat coming out of the gate after punting up to nearly 500 yards of the total offense in Week 1 against Arizona. As soon as the second quarter started, the Chargers took command of this game by going up 10-0 with 1-yard touchdown to a rookie fullback, Zendel Holvath. The TD was set up by 39-yard pass to play Mike Williams to get Los Angeles down to a 1-yard line. Kansas City finally responded with 7-play touchdown drive that was clapped off with a bit of Mahomes magic. KC quarterback Patrick Mahomes danced around outside of the pocket, wiggled around, and tackled in a zing of a sidearm pass to Jerick McKinnon to get the Chiefs on the board for the first time early in the second half. The Chargers offense unplugged in the second half. So in the first half of the game, the Chargers, I gotta admit, watching their defense against our offense, I thought we were going to lose this game. The Chiefs fought so hard, and we were lucky to get this interception on pick six from Jalen Watson to finally prove who's number one in the AFC West. In a game where points were expected between two high-flying offensive sides, the first half ended at 10-7. Despite closing the gap to 3, the Chiefs' offense looked a bit out of the sync after watching them put up 44 in Week 1. Herbert and the Chargers marched out onto the open field second half with an 11-play touchdown drive that Mike Williams finished off when made a one-handed snag in the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown to put the Los Angeles Chargers back up to 17-7. Williams would end the night with 8 catches and 113 yards in a play in which he became Herbert's main target. Much like in the first half, Kansas City responded to the Chargers' first touchdown with a touchdown drive of their own. It almost ended after 2 plays when Samuel jumped on a route on Mahomes and threw right into the hands of the safety, bombed the first attempt, drove to the ground, and appeared to have made an interception. Fortunately for the Chiefs, the refs went to review and ruled the ground and helped the defender make the catch in overtime interception call. So there was a flag during the play because Mahomes did throw an interception, but there was a flag already called. And so far this game, Mahomes hasn't had an interception at all. So this is looking good for Mahomes and the Chiefs. After a series of 3s and outs, 2 of the Los Angeles and 1 of the Kansas City, the Chiefs tied the game 17-17 after being stopped on the goal line and electing to level the game with a field goal instead of going for the end zone on the first play of the fourth quarter. Los Angeles looked on the verge of responding with a touchdown of their own and assuring drive as Herbert led the Chargers all the way to the Kansas City 3-yard line, but his pass to Gerald Everett was intercepted by the Chiefs' 7th-round draft pick Jalen Watson, who returned it to 99 yards for a pick 6. And what's amazing about Jalen Watson, he's a rookie. He worked at a Wendy's 2 years ago serving cheeseburgers, and now he has made it to the level of playing on national television for national football for the Kansas City Chiefs, and just he has proven himself worthy enough in NFL. The LA offense went stagnant again in the 2 possessions, which allowed the Chiefs to kick another field goal after Clyde Edwards broke off a 52-yard run with an additional 15 yards after a face mask call on the Chargers put the KC and the LA 18, Matt Odama, who was filling in for the injured Harrison Butker, who hit the 31-yard field goal to push the lead into 2 possessions with 3 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Herbert picks overshadows the 3 touchdown nights. The Chargers needed a quick score, and they got 1 and 2 minutes later on a drive in which Herbert was rocked in the backfield twice. He had to come off after suffering apparent injury to his ribs, but that didn't stop him from returning and throwing a 35-yard bullet to Dean Carter to make it 27-24 with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go in the game. And I just want to say, as a Chiefs fan, I was kind of happy to see that strike to Herbert, but at the same time, as a human, I just felt bad because I just know he was showing pain as he was playing, and I respect him as a Chiefs fan that he was fighting hard for his team, and I respect that. And I just hope that Justin Herbert gets better towards his next game. Dustin Hopkins onside kicked popped loose for a moment, but he recovered by the Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes could kneel out the clock and secure a second win for the season. So in total, Mahomes finished the game with 235 yards and 2 touchdowns on a 24-35 passing. Herbert had 334 yards and 3 touchdowns, but had one critical mistake that ended up costing the Chargers that game, which was the pick 6. Herbert will now have a few extra days to rest his injured ribs before their home game against the Jacksonville Jaguars this coming week. The Chiefs will continue their treacherous start to the season with a game against the Colts in Indianapolis next week. Herbert got popped in the ribs a couple of times on the final touchdown drive for the Chargers, still led them down the field for a touchdown, but the offside kick was recovered by KC and the Chiefs held on the win. So we move on to the injury update. So during that game, Harrison Butker, our kicker, was ruled out of the game because he did injured his toe during the Cardinals game in Week 1. Fortunate enough, he should be back for the Colts game. And here's some fortunate news right here. 3 players suffered noticeable injuries during the Chiefs' win. In his post-game press conference, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid said that wide receiver McCole Hardman messed up his ankle, and Justin Watson his shoulder, as well as defensive lineman Mike Dana his calf, got hurt during against Los Angeles. So hopefully by this Sunday they should all be healed up and ready to go. So here's my views on the game, and I just gotta say, wow. Just wow, because at first I thought we were going to get smoked by the Chargers. They came out looking strong with that defense, and there wasn't really much Mahomes magic going on in the first half of the game, and I just thought, yeah, they're going to come and kill us. But I did say a little prayer during halftime, just there was hope since there was still time in the game. And in the first half of the game, we were 10 below against the Chargers, and I was seeing our offense struggling against the Charger defense. But you know what? As a Chiefs fan, I just prayed and believed that we could overcome the mountains, and yes, we did. We had wide receivers open, got 2 touchdowns from them, tied up the game after a field goal kick, and then I believe God had spoken my prayer with a miracle interception, pick 6, 99 yards, touchdown, which I was screaming at my computer at the library when I was watching this game, and oh my gosh, I was calling my dad, and it was amazing just to see that miracle unfolding in Kansas City. And then just seeing our defense actually firing up in the fourth quarter made me happy, because it proved like we still have so much potential in this. So it was a great comeback win in the books. And unfortunately, I don't really agree with the NFL putting Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime, because I had some family members and friends who were not able to watch the game because they don't have either internet or just an account for Amazon. So I'm still a little conservative on the technology, which I would think it would be best if we had Amazon Prime and, like Fox TV or CBS as an alternative. That way the older folks can still watch the game while, the newer folks can watch their streaming devices through the Amazon Prime. So, predictions for next week. It's KC versus Indianapolis. My prediction, and I've been just kind of been saying the whole NFL, really, KC is still undefeated. There are 6 undefeated teams, and KC is one of them. And I know we have that potential. And I've been also listening about the Colts, because I like to listen to other teams who play the Kansas City Chiefs later. I like to listen to them, what's happening now in their games. Well, unfortunately, the Colts made 0 points against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and surprisingly, the Jacksonville Jaguars were actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. So I just know that the Chiefs are going to rip the Colts apart on Saturday. I think Mahomes is going to continue playing great, while the KC defense has a chance to improve its stats and to keep the Colts under 20 points. So I'm predicting it's probably going to be mainly like a Arizona Cardinals game that we did. My points are going to be 44-21 Chiefs. If the Colts are lucky enough to even get a touchdown, if our defense will allow them. But here's the thing, this is their very first home opener, so they may make a couple field goal kicks. So I at least give them 21 points, because I'm not sure what to expect from them at home field advantage. But I'm looking forward to KC dominating over the Colts. So, thanks again for tuning in to the Knights of the Chiefs Kingdom, and I'll talk to y'all later.